Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. You know, if you just look around today, we are all moving at a million miles an hour, right? We're constantly plugged in, we're constantly grinding, and we're just deeply entrenched in the modern hustle. We're busy chasing that next big promotion, building our careers, earning money, and trying to fulfill these massive dreams we've set up for ourselves. And look, ambition is fantastic, it's totally necessary. But right in the middle of all this fast-paced living, we really need to stop and ask ourselves a serious question about what or actually who gets lost in the noise. I want you to just pause and reflect on that for a second. In our rush to build our futures, who are we leaving behind? It's kind of a heavy question, isn't it? Because while our goals are incredibly important, we so often develop this sort of tunnel vision. We become completely blind to the very people who made our journey possible in the first place. Think about it. Long before you had a glowing resume, or an impressive bank account, or even colleagues who believed in your potential, there were two people who stood by your side.
All right, let's dive into Section 1, the fast-moving world and forgetting our foundations.
It's honestly like a tug of war. On one side, you've got our modern obsessions, careers, money, the relentless pursuit of success. But then, on the other side, you have the very foundation that allowed us to chase those things to begin with, our parents. I mean, think about the sleepless nights, the hard work, the literal sweat and tears. They sacrificed their own comfort, their own dreams, and often their own happiness just so we could have a shot at a better future. And you know what the amazing part is? They never kept a ledger. They didn't count the struggles because their ultimate joy was simply seeing us happy and thriving.
Moving right along to Section 2, a mother's pure blessing, looking at endless care and unconditional love.
So the crucial point here is really understanding the true nature of a mother's love. It is undeniably one of the absolute purest blessings in this world. She carried you with immense patience, she raised you with endless care, and she stood by you through every single childhood challenge. She's the one who teaches us our first lessons in kindness and compassion. And what she truly hopes for as we grow up, well, it isn't complicated. Because no matter how old, rich, or successful we get, we're still her kids. She rarely asks for expensive gifts or luxurious vacations. What she actually wants is profoundly simple. Just our love, our respect, and a tiny fraction of our time.
The reality boils down to this. Sometimes, just sitting with her, listening to her stories, sharing a meal, or simply asking, "How are you?" means more to her than anything money could ever buy. Think about how incredibly easy that is to do, yet how often we tell ourselves we're too busy to do it. The irreplaceable value of your undivided attention far outweighs any material thing you could ever hand her.
Next up, Section 3, a father's quiet strength and building a secure future.
Now, if a mother's love is super visible in the way she nurtures, a father's love is often quiet, yet incredibly powerful. He works tirelessly, takes on immense responsibilities, and frequently sacrifices his own physical and mental comfort to secure a good life for his family. Many fathers hide their deepest worries behind a smile. Why? Because they literally refuse to let their kids feel the weight of the world. They spend decades building a safety net for us, frequently just letting their own personal dreams fade into the background so ours can take center stage.
Which brings us to Section 4, the great role reversal, and when responsibility truly begins.
It's really interesting to watch how this dynamic shifts across the timeline of our lives. In childhood, our parents are these towering figures of strength. They carry us literally and metaphorically. Then we hit adulthood and we pivot, right? Our energy goes entirely into building our careers and cementing our independence. But then comes old age. The strong parents who once carried us inevitably begin to grow weak. They need our support. And what you should really take away from this is that this final stage is where our true responsibility actually begins. It's not a burden. It's just the natural, necessary return of that energy.
We've got to be super intentional about this phase. Under absolutely no circumstances should our parents ever feel lonely, unwanted, or like a burden because of our neglect. Instead, we have to actively step up and become their strength. Just as they were the pillars of our entire existence when we were young, well, we have to become their pillars now.
All right, Section 5, redefining true success, going way beyond wealth and achievements.
You know, the new generation desperately needs to understand that caring for our parents isn't just a basic moral duty, it's an absolute privilege. We are so conditioned these days to measure success by our followers, our job titles, or the numbers sitting in our bank accounts. But there's a much more profound metric here. True success is actually reflected in how we treat the people who sacrificed everything for us. Seriously, if you conquer the world but neglect the hands that raised you, have you really succeeded at all?
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, here are the everyday actions of true respect.
It means speaking kindly to them, even when we're stressed out from work. It means listening patiently to a story you might have literally heard 10 times before. It's helping them around the house without waiting to be asked. It's dedicating quality time totally undistracted by our phones. And it means standing steadfast beside them through all the physical and emotional changes of old age. Because as they grow older, their world often shrinks, which means they need our love, our attention, and our companionship more than ever before.
Finally, Section 6, Before Time Runs Out, and the Fleeting Nature of Life.
Just look at this number, 1. It's a pretty heavy reminder of the fleeting nature of life. Almost everything else in our lives is replaceable or fixable. Careers can pivot, businesses can rebuild after failing, and money can be spent and earned again. But time spent with our parents is strictly finite. One day, and we literally never know when that day is going to be, you will wish for just one more conversation. You'll wish for one more meal sitting across the table from them. You will desperately want one more opportunity to simply say thank you.
Guys, please, do not wait for that day to realize their immense value. Let's actively appreciate our parents right now while they are still here with us in the present moment. Love them, respect them, care for them, and pray for them every single day. Our parents are Allah's greatest blessing to us. It is entirely up to us to cherish and protect that blessing while we still have the chance.
And honestly, when we actually do this, the ripple effect is just incredible. Honoring our parents doesn't just help them, it strengthens the fabric of our entire family. It serves as a real-time inspiration to our own children, teaching them how to love through our actions. It actively builds a wider society that's anchored in compassion and kindness, rather than just cold, individualistic ambition. Ultimately, it makes our parents profoundly proud of the humans they raised. Nothing in this world is more valuable than the love of a family. Let's make sure we're the generation that never forgets the hearts that loved us unconditionally.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on today. Will you wait for the day you wish for just one more conversation? Or will you pick up the phone, knock on their door, and give them your time today? The choice is absolutely yours, but the clock is ticking. Make it count.